Dino Chapin was a commander of a Croatian unit allied with the Muslim army on the Sarajevo side of the front line. He had a rooftop view of the no man's land where Admira and Boško would try to cross.
I was on the front line on May 19th. It was a nice day. About 5 o'clock in the afternoon, from the direction of our checkpoint, a man and a woman were walking with some bags towards their lines.
I was calling to Boško and whistled at him, and he whistled back. That was the only way I could get him to notice me, because I was down low and there was no way for me to show my face, nor could I wave at him, or I could be seen myself and get shot. Anyway, it was they were about 15 or 20 yards away.
I found a letter she had left with cat food. She hadn't told me she had written me a letter.
My dear Mom, it seems we are finally leaving tonight, and whatever happens is God's will. I'll call you as soon as we are safely on the other side. I most worry about you and my little yellow. Boško and I have been talking about when the war is over, we will come back to Sarajevo. Everything will be fine, like the war never happened. Do not worry about me. Think about yourself. It will be much easier for me. I love you so much. Your Admira.
So they were walking and skipping. And when they came to the intersection, we heard one bullet. It was a sniper's bullet, and it landed in front of their legs.
Just after they passed Vrbanja bridge, Chetniks opened fire at them. The guy, as far as I could tell, was killed instantly, and the girl was injured. She was screaming and started to crawl over to him, and then she hugged him. And then there was no sign of life.
In the first instance, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that they were dead, that they were shot, even that it was them. I thought maybe somebody else got shot. I couldn't believe it because I thought what Cello organized was always a strong and safe connection.
It's very hard for me to talk about it. I loved him very much. I felt badly he didn't listen to me.
That night in Serbia, Misha Chuk heard the news.
I said I will come right now to Sarajevo. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe he was killed. So I went to the Serbian side of Sarajevo and I saw how they were lying there.
Two days later, the bodies of Admira and Boško still lay where they had fallen.
At about 11 o'clock, the phone rang. I picked it up, and it was a ham radio operator from Serbia. He asked me to confirm information that he had received that Admira and Boško were killed on a bridge in Sarajevo. I was thunderstruck. It was a terrible shock.
Admira's mother, not believing the news, went to Celo's headquarters, where he told her what happened.
Boško died instantly. Admira was alive for 5 or 10 minutes. She was injured, but crawled over to him and hugged him, and then didn't move anymore. So they died together like that. After that, I was tortured with the worry. Oh my God, did she feel any pain? Did she feel any fear? Was she aware that she was going to die? She probably saw that Boško was dead, because as she crawled over, she was conscious. Terrible. I will never know that. And I am so tortured with that.
Pa oni su stvarno jedno zbog drugoga
They died for each other. I mean, even now, I can see them hugging each other in my mind.
I still don't believe that they're dead. Because it's very hard to believe such young people like that can disappear with such a sudden and violent death. All their wishes, all plans are sunk after one bullet, after one burst, after one move, after one monstrous act. That's the proof that love cannot conquer all. Love cannot win over people who don't believe in love. But these people who are shooting at us don't believe in love. For them, love doesn't exist. All their love and hatred they show through cannons, machine guns, pistols, and guns. And so that's their love. Their love is a bullet, and nothing more.
In the Bosnian capital Sarajevo, Serb rebels and the Muslim-led authorities have spent the day arguing over which side has claim to the bodies of a young couple who were shot dead and left lying in no man's land. They were both 25, he a Serb and she a Muslim.
As the days passed, Serb and Muslim authorities continued to accuse each other of shooting Boško and Admira.
There doesn't exist any possibility that the shooting came from this side, because the position of the bodies would be absolutely different. When we were watching, the bullets came towards us, because we were watching each other face to face. It couldn't be any other way.
I've been 18 months in the war, and I'm a soldier. I'm a fighter. So I can judge from which side fire came and from where. So I'm more than sure. From our side, nobody has any reason to shoot them, because they were coming to us alive.
During our investigation into which side she was facing, she tried to cover herself with her jacket from the side where the bullets came from. She crawled to him and covered her face from the side where the bullets came from. And on the pictures, you can see which side she's facing. She wasn't facing our side.
After it happened, I talked to Cello and I asked him, Cello, how could you do this to me? And then he asked me, how can you do this to me? And I swore at him and he said he'd kill my cousin and aunt. And I told him, you can do that, but I'll do the same to your family.
But there was one thing the enemies could agree on. There was no motive, no logic, no reason.
There was no specific reason. It was just butchery.